Hello, my lovely sunshiners. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about shadow work for beginners and healing the parts of you that you pretend don't exist. And we all do that. We all hide away the parts of us that we don't really want to bring to the surface. So, what is shadow work? The term shadow work sounds really spooky, but it's really just meeting the parts of yourself that you've been taught to hide. So let's explore these powerful healing practices. So again, what is shadow work? The phrase shadow work was coined by Carl Jung, and he was saying that the shadow is part of the psyche that we reject. So the jealousy, the rage, the selfishness, all them kinds of things, we reject them. But denying them doesn't make them disappear. They show up unconsciously through sabotage, projection, and shame. Sometimes people will say to me, I just get really angry. And I don't know why I get really angry. But anger is it's like the top of the pile that shows up. A bit like an iceberg. So you'll have the anger that's popping out of the water, but underneath that you've got a big massive mound of stuff that's going on in your subconscious mind that you don't realize the reason why your anger is coming to the surface all the time. So why does shadow work matter? The thing is, integrating your shadow brings a wholeness to your body. So you stop fighting yourself and you begin to understand and accept and transform what once scared you. Because you can embrace them things that are scaring you and make them so you're a whole being as opposed to being two separate things. So how do you begin that safely? Again, you start by journaling. And you ask yourself, what do you judge in others? What are the things that trigger you? Because when something triggers you and it triggers you deeply, it's often your shadow that's speaking to you. And you want to meet that shadow with compassion, not with shame. Some of the tools that you can use for shadow work. So obviously there's therapy, there's mirror work, there's inner child connection, there's guided meditations, and these create a safe space for you to explore in the darkness. And I want you to remember that the darkness isn't bad, it's just hidden. And it's your darkness. So even though you're going in there and it might be really scary, there isn't going to be anything in that darkness that you are going to see that's going to be too much for you to handle. But you do it a little bit at a time. You don't sort of try and go in all at once. Do it a tiny bit at a time. I have got a book, an ebook actually, that helps you to do the shadow work. If you're interested, you'll find it if you go to the link in my bio, which will take you to my Stone store. You'll find it in there. Your shadow isn't something for you to fear. It is part of your magic and it's part of what makes you you. So bringing it into the light, you'll unlock a lot of the deep healing that you can go through if you actually look at your shadow self. So if that resonates with you, have a go at shadow work. If you find that it's a bit too difficult, you can always message me and I'll try and help you through it as best I can. So that's it for now. I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.